Greetings, earthbound travelers. Welcome to tonight's episode of Will of the Dice presents Sins of Blood. I'm Tyr the DM, he, him. I am the world's okayest DM, and I'll be your guide this evening. We're without Locke tonight, so we hope Locke's having fun wherever Locke is, doing whatever Locke is doing. Before we begin, we do have some announcements, introductions, just a little bit of housekeeping. You're going to start, Raf.
All right. Greetings, gamers. Guess what time it is? It is time to log on the internet. Go to your favorite browser. Type in www.patreon.com. Look up Will of the Dice and subscribe to our Patreon and help support us. Because if you subscribe, you get cool things like the shows early, cool things like after the rolls, the cool things like interviews with the players that you can only get on patreon.com. Those will be coming shortly. They're being conducted. Just need to be put up on the site. So get out there, help support us, help support your friendly local channel, and seriously though, any help out, anything you put to this helps support us, help support the channel, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Also, the first 20 people to subscribe, or the next 20 people to subscribe, will get a 55mm D20 from Red Panda Dice and Delights. Also, it is time for our monthly drawing. I'm going to start announcing it on there, and then I'll put a message up in Patreon. Congratulations to Jeff Farber. You've won a set of Will of the Dice D6s. Come in a hockey puck. They're really cool. They're metal. They're awesome. Congratulations, Jeff. Hope you like them. Okay, now to the other important announcements. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. Your discretion is advised. Secondly, we are in no way, shape, form affiliated or associated with any TTRPGs, productions, creators, or manufacturers. We're just a group of individuals coming together to play our game and share our game with you. And finally, just because we do things like Nick vape doesn't mean you should. We want you to be happy and healthy, so don't do what we do. We do not encourage it. That being said, let's get into introductions.
Greetings, gamers. I am Raph the Mad, and I'll be playing the voice of Sarek the Blade, the 6'9" bronze dragonborn, who's not sure where we're at and what's going on anymore. I can be found at BOK Dragon 13,000 at Dice.camp at Mastodon, and oh yes, my pronouns are he, him, and Sarek's are also he, him.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ren Matley, the voice of Nan. My pronouns are she, her. Nan's are she, they. I'm also going to be voicing Nan's counterpart as Mina, who you'll occasionally hear throughout the episodes. Nan appears to be a 5-foot-tall, ordinary elf with plain brown hair and brown eyes. Always does her best to just kind of blend into the background. Would really like everyone to just think she's a cartographer and nothing more. Also, don't forget that you can go over to YouTube and check out past episodes on our channel. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hello, Internet. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Dreft Vitikin. Dreft is a 5'6" elf in appearance, but he is an Umberkin of the Angramora plane, or realm, wherever it is. He is trained in the art of assassination, and he was part of the Angramora exchange program, and now he is just ready to defeat Vashka and get back to living life. You can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick. I am a he, they, and Dreft is a he, him.
Hi, yes, this is Ames. I am the voice of Brika. We are both she, her. Brika is a 5-foot-tall fairy who for a while presented as an elf until she just got tired of wearing the robe and covering up her wings there for a bit. She's, like I said, 5 foot tall. She's got dark blue hair with acid green streaks and lavender colored skin, and her wings match with one big difference. They are like a Luna moth, and they have that bioluminescence to the green membrane. She's not exactly happy with where they're at. This whole thing of being stuck between life and death, and there's yet another oracle. But you can find me over on Twitter at LollyG50.
And as I said at the beginning, I'm Tyr the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM. Also want to give a big shout out to the musicians who give us music to use tonight. They are Jeff Farber. They are Michael Gelfie, Kevin McLeod, Epidemic Sound, Dwergar, and our very own Patrick Taylor, aka Peculiar Patrick. Thank you all so much for the music. As always, the safe word for tonight is porcelain. I feel like I'm forgetting something and I don't know what it is, but fuck it, we go. Is there any last requests before we get started?
Please
It's
don't kill us
all
all.
Locke's fault.
You are in a boat. It is old and creaking. The shifting uneasy beneath you as the fog banks begin to roll away. The tall, lanky stranger known to you as Roscoe manning the tiller. There is a sound, a click, 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 coming from all around you. What would you like to do?
Have they been in the boat for a while? Or are you starting like we've gotten in the boat and...
Yeah, you've been in the boat.
Okay.
That's where we left off. Y'all were in the boat.
Well, he was taking us to the boat, I thought. I didn't think we got in it yet.
No,
so I
he
didn't know.
unzipped reality, and y'all were in the boat.
Okay. Because the first thing Brika's going to do when they're in the boat is she is going to put back on her robe of eyes.
Okay.
I realize it takes 30 minutes or so before that's attuned, but yeah.
And onward you go. That sound constant, that click, 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 click.
Mr. Roscoe, was it?
Yes.
How many people do you usually see before taking them to this person that we're going to? You said, who are we going to again?
You're going to see the Oracle. Not many come this way get the chance to see the Oracle.
That's fair. Do you ferry a lot of dead people?
Oh, yes.
It's probably all dead people. We're probably we're probably some of the few not dead that he's had to ferry.
Fair now. I'm still unsure as to how this happened. And we've determined the Oracle is not the same as the Diviner.
No, no, no. The Oracle is the Oracle.
And perhaps you know who the diviner is, then, by your reaction?
Oh, Roscoe knows. Roscoe knows.
You didn't happen to ferry her recently, did you?
No, no, not at all.
Damn.
Married her mother, but not her.
Who was her mother?
Nah, some secrets are best left secrets, my friend.
But
Click,
is
click,
that
click, click,
such
click,
a secret? I mean, death is a public thing, you know? If one wanted to look up the records of the deaths of somebody, that would be easy. They are public. So would not the death of the mother be public too?
It's just not Roscoe's place to name names. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Very fair. Very fair.
Draft, my boy. Your city seems rather highly organized compared to the rest of the world.
Well, yeah. I mean, there are public records. You keep tabs on things like that, and it makes it easier and makes the place run smoothly, I would imagine.
What?
Ross,
God.
Go ahead, Ace.
She's just gonna. What's clicking?
It's the waves. Look for yourself.
She's gonna. She's gonna do that thing where she just kind of like leans over just enough that she can use her eyes to look over the side of the boat.
Looking over the side of the boat, your eyes are met with eyes. Black, emotionless, empty eyes. Beset in porcelain faces. 1,000 porcelain dolls. Their hands above their heads, ferrying the river or the boat across as if they were the river. Their delicate little hands making a click, 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 click on the bottom of the boat.
That just ain't right. She's gonna
That's
go back to the back where she was sitting, kind of in the middle of the boat.
oh, I'm not gonna sleep well for a while. Thank you.
After looking at that, Marika's gonna pull out her tarot deck, and she's going to use her lap and try to do a spread.
I wouldn't do that here
Why not?
because things come to cards like those.
What do you know about these cards? She kind of tucks them back into the sleeve of her robe.
Oh, I don't know nothing about those cards particular. I just know that anything divining used here is powerful indeed, but not the good kind of powerful, if you understand what Roscoe is saying.
Hmm.
As Mina has been sitting quietly, kind of taking all of this in. Roscoe,
Yes.
you have said that things are different here, but you have not said where here is.
I did say where here was. I said here is between life and death.
But what realm is this?
Oh, you would call it the land of nightmares.
Does Mina know anything about Nightmare Realm?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Enough to make her concerned?
Enough to make her concerned.
That is disconcerting news. Hmm.
Sarek's gonna lean over to Dreft and kind of quietly. Wasn't one of the 6 items we're looking for?
Yeah. You can see he's gotten very short hearing that he's in the nightmare realm.
Fair enough. And he's just gonna sit back and wait at this point.
You will arrive on a small dock. Roscoe will moor the boat and motion to a lopsided shanty setting at the land end of the dock.
Sarek will stand up and kind of motion for everyone else to go first.
Before
Draft will
they.
take the lead.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, the draft will take the lead on leading us to following Roscoe wherever we do.
Rika will follow after, and as she's going to cast Dark Vision on herself.
Okay.
As Mina will simply follow, quietly taking everything in.
You will reach the small shanty, Roscoe giving a rap on the door before opening it. I've brought some visitors, madam. Some lost souls that don't belong here nor there. Thought maybe you might be able to benefit from them.
Mm.
The room will slowly lighten, the fireplace coming to life along with several hurricane-style lanterns illuminating a sparsely furnished room. There's a series of 5 wooden chairs lined in a row in front of a table. On the other side of the table sits a old, gnarled, elven woman, bent with age. Her eyes milky white, her hair stringy and some of it sticking to her face. Her crooked finger will point to you, Drift. Welcome to the home of Madame LaRue. Please have a seat.
Drift will sit down.
Before sitting, Frika's going to reach behind her where Sarek is. She's also going to cast Dark Vision for Sarek. You have Dark Vision for up to 60 feet for 8 hours.
Yay! I'm not afraid of the dark. Just walls.
Does everyone
Sarek,
sit?
Sarek will sit.
Mm-hmm. Frika
I need
sits.
everyone but Nan to earmuff.
Uh-oh.
As Nan passes the threshold of the shanty, she will lose contact with Esmina. It is as if something is muffling the voice that she normally hears.
Asmina was in control, so there will be that moment of the eyes changing color and a look of startle on her face, as she was definitely not expecting that. She was letting Asmina control things because Asmina is much calmer than Nan is.
May I bring everyone back?
You may. What was that? That's weird. She'll
What's
look
up?
at the others and go take a seat. Whichever chair is open.
So, you all are in the realm of nightmares. You realize this, yes?
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nan will tip ahead toward Roscoe. That's why he said on vote.
Are you here on purpose?
No.
Not that we're aware of.
We're not even sure how we got here.
Fortune's favor or Fortune's fury brought you to Madame LaRue?
I don't know about either of those things, but I do know I'm having a really hard time not panicking right now.
You should panic, child. This is the nightmare realm.
Believe me, it's not easy.
Her eyes will settle on you, Brika. As I live and breathe. It is our dear Kleina crawled out of the darkness of hell itself.
I've never been called that name until recently, but I go by Brika.
Well, whatever name you choose, child, you're still a rose among the thorns. You are Kleina. You are the princess. I see it in you. It is fortunate that you came to Madame LaRue today, because Madame LaRue can help. For a price.
Name surprise.
And
You
how
see-
can you help?
I can get you back to there without having to go there.
Am I the
I'm
only one who
sorry,
didn't follow that?
Yeah,
Rika,
Common's not my first language, but I think you used the same words there twice.
I believe he means he can return us, or she can return us home without sending us through the land of the dead, or making us dead, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Usually there's only one way out of here. Well, two ways. The king can grant you exit. I don't see him doing that for you. Or you die and travel beyond the shores.
Who is the king of the Nightmare Realm?
Malachutius, the scourge of the Nightmare Realm. But don't you worry, none. He's not set eyes towards your direction yet. And Madame LaRue can get you out of here for a favor.
What's your favor?
Why, simply put in a good word to your mother, child, that it was Madame LaRue that rescued you from the Nightmare Realm. And maybe my exile will be finished.
And that's all. No other strings attached?
No other strings attached. I just want out of this hellish place.
What did you do that made you get exiled here?
I had a dalliance with a married man.
Whose husband?
Does it matter?
Well, you want a favor from me to stand up to in front of a woman and give my word that you should be set free, whom I've never seen, by the way, in 30 years,
You've seen her.
with my own eyes, not in 30 years.
Visions, child, are just as powerful as normal sight.
That may be true, but you still know the stake that I put.
I had a dalliance with a married man who was close to Llewellyn Rose. And thus I was exiled here as part of the politics of the court. I personally think it's because I could not find you, because the magic that shrouded you was strong, and even Madame LaRue couldn't pierce through it, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, well, it seems like nobody could find me, and that's why I was 30 years in a drow prison, but... Alright. She's gonna look to the rest of the party. What do you guys think?
I have a question. So you help us, and we go to Llewellyn Rose and we tell her these things. What happens if she still won't bring you back?
Then we're stuck here.
You said where?
Me.
Sorry.
My, aren't you all paranoid?
I mean, trust isn't exactly my strong point.
None of ours is really, considering our most recent history with a certain lover, Vashka.
I don't even trust all of you.
Well, fair enough.
Do we have an accord, child?
She looks at you guys. She looks down, looks to the left and right.
So
Sarah, she's gonna nod and shrug her shoulders. Sure. At this point, this is the only game in town.
So no catches, no we get you what you want or something else happens kind of stuff. Just you get us back to the spires and we do our best and things are fine if she doesn't decide to bring you back.
Exactly. Because who could resist a favor for the child on the day of their returning?
How long have you been exiled?
300 years.
that was even
That's
before me.
Time works differently here, child. In your world, it would have been about 15. Here, it's been 300 years.
Can I insight check, please?
Go ahead.
I know it's not like, 100% fault proof, but,
I've made you all too paranoid.
No, this is how Brika would be.
Hmm.
You should know that. Ooh, that's better. An 18.
She seems to be telling the truth.
All right.
Well, I have a strange question then.
Mhm.
If it's only been 15 years outside the Nightmare Realm, but you've been here 300 Nightmare Realm years, how long have we been here now?
Couple of decades by now.
And that time, how much time has passed where we came from?
A couple of hours.
okay. Don't question it, Dan. I'm gonna go on
Where
faith
will
with
you
that
put
one.
us?
Do what, Patrick?
Where will you put us when you help us get back to where we are going? Or where will we end up? The other side of the door.
Why, in the palace, of course.
That works for me.
Rika, there's a saying, something about a horse and a mouse. I don't exactly understand it. But this might be one of those moments that we could be doing some real good here. And I'd rather not to tangle with some Malacucius. I have heard stories of him.
No, the name doesn't bode well at all. Okay.
Excellent.
Has-
If you all will follow me, she
Has
will
anyone-
rise. Go ahead, Nan.
Sorry. Has anyone figured out how we got here in the first place?
No.
No, but at this point, getting out of here is probably more important than figuring out how we got here.
I'd like to know how we ended up here so we don't make the same mistake again.
We can figure that out probably better from the other side instead of being stuck in this limbo of not dead, not alive.
Maybe you can tell us, Oracle. How did we get here? You seem to be all-knowing.
Oh, you would like a reading?
No. No.
Well-
No. She's gonna actually, grab Dref and be like, no. Remember what
Why
Roscoe
not?
said? No.
Why not from an Oracle?
Not.
It's enough for you to do it on a boat. We're in a shack.
It's about the magic here.
If the Oracle can be hiding for long enough that they aren't discovered and killed by Malacucius the Scourge, I think I trust them a little bit. And plus, it
Speaking of-
doesn't matter. You can't get any reading off of me anyway.
Because
Anyways,
I'm not.
He will poke your forehead, Drift,
Hey,
and for a moment, you will feel as if you are outside of your body looking in. For just a moment. Before you snap back to reality. Oh, you all tangled with the Divina. That's how you got here. Their magic to split realms was cut short when they went back into that curse. And you all just didn't escape into the proper place.
Ah. Diviner, you know of them.
Oh, everybody from Gossamer Bay knows about the Diviner.
Oh. Why was she cursed? What did she do?
She tried to take over the Silver Spires. She was, how to put this delicately, she was a concubine to Llewellyn Rose and twisted her mind and her heart towards dark matters. Almost succeeded, too, if it hadn't been for King Amadon.
She is still cursed, so she's protected by her curse, too.
I guess that was Llewellyn Rose's last bit of mercy. Couldn't see her die, but couldn't have her running around trying to destroy the Nightmare Realm, destroy the Silver Spires, and destroy Runeth Kesha in the name of Angramora.
There's a lot of that.
So that was hers then.
That was her daughter.
Mm. Mm.
So, while we were being all talkative, what do you know about Vashka and her plan?
Vashka just wants to watch everything burn. She has no plan. Her plan is destruction. A total apocalypse
Of all the rooms?
of all the realms.
Hmm.
Now, steel yourselves, children, because the only other way out of here is hard. Harder than you will think. You've got to face the darkness of yourselves. You see, every side or every person has two sides, like a coin. They'll roll a coin down their knuckles and back up. There's a light side and a dark side. Some embrace the light, some embrace the dark. Some try to embrace both and get torn apart.
But speaking of having more than one side, there's seems to be something wrong with the other side of me, and she'll kind of side eye Brika and Drift and the others like she's trying to hint.
Oh, that's just Madame LaRue's shanty. Once you exit here, they'll be back.
So you know about her.
I know all your secrets, child. And I do mean all. But let's change the subject, shall we?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Nan will get kind of wide-eyed and very quiet.
Y'all are going to hate me for what's coming. Now, if y'all will follow Madame LaRue.
You have to follow.
Brika follows.
You are led
Mm-hmm.
out into the swamp. The hunched figure nimbly making their way, pointing at different places to set your feet, cautioning against others. You are brought to a, for lack of a better word, amphitheater. A large rectangle, the bottom half containing seats, the upper half containing a circular platform with bridges connecting to it from the four corners. Everyone has to face their darkness to leave this place. Who goes first?
We'll step forward.
But it's not your darkness that you'll be facing. She sits down and motions towards the platform.
You have to step up.
Draft, as you step on the platform, from the shadows, they will toil and coil, bubble, churn, and solidify to a visage of Nan standing in front of you. Please roll initiative. Let's get some good battle music going. What'd you get for initiative, Draft?
19.
All right. You all will see the air around Draft shimmer like a shower curtain. You can see vague outlines, but not details. You can definitely tell that they are facing off against something, but you can't tell against what. You're up first, Ruff. Please go ahead and join
How
me in
far?
Owlbear Rodeo.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Want to see how far they are from me.
Ooh, that's shiny.
Ooh.
So, Tyr, upon leaving the shack, did Nan's connection with Esmina restore?
Yes.
Thank you.
This map is made by Kauai Tornado. It was used in a different episode, and I haven't slept in 2 days because of pain. I wanted to put something together for tonight, so I recycled this map.
It's a dope map.
It is.
Drift will object interaction, draw his heavy crossbow, and as a bonus action, I'm going to take aim, where I get advantage on my next attack roll, and as long as I don't move. So he is taking aim. Or no, because Nan hasn't activated yet. He would get no. I did bonus action. Doesn't matter. I'll use it. Right. So takes a shot with the crossbow. That is a natural 20.
Very well done. That is max damage plus dice rolled.
Okay, give me 1 second here. So max is the max on the die, right? Or is it plus my modifier? I don't remember.
Max on the die.
Okay, so 10 plus whatever I roll. 9 plus that is so it's 23 points of piercing damage overall.
And sneak attack.
Oh yeah, because of the sneaks. A sneak attack will be 17 damage.
Y'all will hear the thing of a crossbow bolt firing from the crossbow. Pain will course through you, Nan, and you will take 20 points of damage.
She'll cry out and take a knee.
Is that your turn, Drift?
Yeah, and this yeah, he wouldn't notice that probably.
No.
So that is my turn.
The shadow finger creature will bring its fingers together, pointing at you, a glowing ball appearing in between them and blasting out. $16 to hit.
16 will hit.
16 will hit. This is a scorching ray. It is 2d6 damage. That is 7 points of damage.
Right, I'm going to use my uncanny dodge
Okay,
to use
so
my
you'll take
reaction
half.
the damage of it.
So it'll be 3. And it'll be your turn.
Yeah, he's just gonna stand at bonus action, steady aim. He's gonna take another shot.
All righty.
With advantage. One. Advantage. Heavy crossbow. Dun, 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 dun. 24
24 will hit.
for a total of 12 piercing damage. And then the sneak attack is 13 damage.
Nan, you'll take another 12 points of damage as pain courses through you. The shadow figure will dissipate, Drift. And you will find yourself standing in a marble hallway. Up next is Sarek.
Sarek will draw his sword and step out onto the platform.
Stepping out on the platform with you is Brika. Please roll initiative.
I got a 16.
All right, you're up first.
Is this a shadow form Brika or an actual Brika? Okay.
Shadow form Brika.
Okay, so I can obviously tell it's not Brika, but a shadow form Brika.
Right.
Cool. Oh, he's got no problem with that. He's wading in then. Where's he at? Yeah. He will charge forward, pulling Airbane's patience and using Fighting Spirit to get advantage on the attacks. Swing twice.
Okay.
I think I got advantage for that. That's better. 29.
That'll hit.
13 points of slashing. Second attack, 30
That'll hit.
for 16 points of slashing.
Brika, you'll take 14 points of damage as pain courses through you as it feels like someone stabs you.
Ow.
You hear that, Raph. But you also hear I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
An augmented 20.
All right. So that will be 12 points of damage. Psychic damage. And you're up.
I'm just checking this real quick. Yeah, he's going to step in again with Fighting Spirit. And this time he's going to use his Great Weapon feat, Mastery feat, to take a -5 on the attack to add to the damage.
Okay.
Uh, 22.
A hit.
Yep.
That'll hit.
27 points of damage.
You take all of that, Brika.
Oh.
This time she doesn't make any sound. She's just kind of like crumpled to the floor at this point because, yeah, she's really, really hurt.
Second attack. $21 to hit.
Anyone will hit?
20 points of damage.
You'll take 10 of that. The shadow creature will fade, and you'll find yourself standing beside Draft in a marble hallway.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, just above board. I have 5 hit points, so
Sorry. Ouch.
How did
Nan,
you get here?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What was that, Patrick? You were really low.
No, Draft will just look to when he sees Sarah and just be like, "How did you get here?"
I killed Brika. Nan's turn.
Oh. Oh. She'll get up off her knees, kind of wobble over to B, steadying herself, getting to Brika. She's going to close her eyes, let Esmina take control, and she's going to cast a Cure Wounds.
Nothing happens.
Oh. I'm sorry. It doesn't seem to work.
it's okay. It's what we've got to do to get out of here.
I can tell that you are hurt.
Yeah, but I've got something I can try when it's my turn to fight.
Very well. I will see you on the other side, I hope.
I'll be there.
She will nod to Brika, step up into the ring.
And Draft will appear before you. Please roll initiative.
How did it land cocked? You know the whole, I rolled on my notebook, and you know how it's got the little holes in the notebook? It managed to land with one of the little points in the hole. I'm sorry. Y'all didn't need to know that. I'm just amused. It's gonna be 19.
All right, you're up first.
Oh boy. Shadow creature Drift disappeared in front of her. So we are going to. Oh. Patrick, I'm going to say sorry now.
Give me an insight check.
All right. Well, plus 7, 19.
Whatever you do is going to hurt Draft, and you know this.
She's going to hesitate for a moment then. She's going to throw Entangle. She's going to
Okay.
cast Entangle. Weeds and vines would sprout up from the ground in a 20-foot square surrounding him. And for the duration, the plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. Creature in the area must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained until the spell ends.
They are restrained. They will take their turn to attempt to break free. And they will not. So it is your turn.
I know that you're just a shadow, but I also know that hurting you is going to hurt my friend. I don't want to do this.
You have no choice.
What I was afraid you were going to say. She'll clap her hands together and cast Burning Hands. Dexterity
Okay.
15 saving throw, but they're restrained currently, correct?
Yep, so it's a disadvantage. Or it's automatic fail. Let me check. disadvantage. So that'll be an 8.
which won't pass because my DC is 15. So that's 11 points of fire damage. And I am elemental adept in fire. So if they have any resistance, it's negated.
Draft, you will take 22 points of damage as you feel fire rip through you.
Sorry, Draft.
Ah, guess that's only fair. Guess that's what happens.
They will attempt to break free. 17, they are free. But that is their turn. It is your turn again, man.
Not knowing that it did twice the damage to Draft and it being one of her smaller spells. No. No, I'm going to throw Produce Flame. I don't want to burn too many spell slots. So I'm going to use the cantrip Produce Flame.
Okay.
So +7 to hit. Unless Draft's AC is only 13, I don't think that's going to miss. Going to hit.
Nope.
Nope.
They will pull up their crossbow and fire at you. Go ahead and roll that there, Drift.
Which crossbow, the heavy one or the...
Yeah, the heavy.
Heavy crossbow is 21.
And
Yeah,
go
that'll
ahead
hit.
and roll your attack or your damage.
13 piercing.
Oof.
And it's your turn, Dan.
Do not enjoy this. Just going to slam her hands together again, creating that 15-foot cone of fire, and cast Burning Hands once more. Dexterity 15 saving throw. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I did not mean to roll the dice in there. I had rolled physical dice. I meant to click on it to see if they got half damage.
They'll take full damage.
All right, do you want me to use the digital dice I accidentally rolled or my physical dice?
The digital.
All right,
Since
so
you
that's
already rolled them.
all right. That's 11, which is more than I rolled on my physical dice. So,
Another 22 points, Drift.
sorry.
But the shadow will disappear. And you will find yourself standing in a marble hallway with Drift and Sarek.
Sarek's just gonna look at you. Oh, I suppose it's my turn now. And he's just gonna tense up and wait for it.
It was most unpleasant. Draft, are you all right?
I'm definitely feeling the fires that you used.
That was what I was concerned of. I felt it when you were fighting your first round.
Oh,
I
poor
am
Brika.
so sorry.
Oh, this is bad. Sarek's gonna feel really, really bad.
All right, Brika. Roll
She,
initiative.
yeah, she stumbles her way up there. All right, that's a 14.
Beats mine. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry, she needs some health back. So, this is a level 4 vampiric touch.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So they take 4d6, or it's 4d6 necrotic damage, and I get half of that back as health. Also, it's a concentration, so it lasts for up to a minute. So on each of my turns, I can use it again and get the healing back. But hold on a minute. That's 9 points of damage, so that's 4 points. Okay. It's better than nothing. And that's it for me.
Does Sarek take any of that?
No. Two swings of the blade, barely missing you, Rika, but missing you they do. You're up.
Okay. Do. Sorry,
Pardon me.
you're okay. I I am like limited on spell slots, so I'm sorry it's taken me a second to. I guess we're gonna do another level 4 vampiric touch. Now with it says a concentration spell, and while it's up for that minute, do I have to roll an attack again, or is it like Witch's Bolt and I can just?
It's like Witch's Bolt, the way I understand it.
Okay. It's worded a little bit differently, but I just wanted to make sure. Alright, so that is 12, 14. That is 16 points of necrotic damage, so that's 8 points of healing for me.
The shadow creature will fade, and you will find yourself in a marble hallway, along with Nan, Draft, and Sarek. And this is where we're going to take our first break because I need pain medicine. I'm in misery. So we're going to take 10 minutes. We're going to get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and we'll be back. come and you've gone, oh can't you see? Madam LaRue was true to her word. But never alone again shall you be, bonded beyond that of word. You will see a silver thread connecting Brika and Sarek, and one connecting Dreft and Nan. They will be visible for just a moment, and then they will fade.
There's always a catch, isn't
I guess
Seems
it.
like it.
I guess it doesn't matter. We're already bonded by this, whatever this mission is, anyway.
It's like fate seems to think we're going to run away from our duties. I don't understand.
Yeah, especially after we made that pact as a group.
Hmm.
Fate is changeable, so um, it's not. No matter what somebody says, prophecy and fate is never set in stone. It's an ever-changing, ever-flexing thing. So that's where the bonds come in, because events, people, time, they're all interchangeable in one way, shape, form, or another.
Nan is just kind of staring at Dreft, but not in that way where it's like she's trying to gauge what he's doing or something like she has in the past. She actually looks a little sad.
What's wrong?
I hurt you,
Yeah, and apparently I hurt you, which I am very apologetic for.
but you didn't know. As Mina and I
Yeah,
figured it out, I knew it was hurting you, and I didn't want to. I'm sorry.
well, no harm, no foul. Just a little bit of weird extra plane of feelings. They
But
don't
there
give
was
you a smile.
harm. There was
Speaking
harm.
of harm, I believe my fight may have seriously hurt Brika. There's something you can do about that.
Absolutely. She's going to close her eyes for a moment, opening them to reveal that they are white again, letting Yasmina take control. Going to step over to Brika, place a hand on her, and cast a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Okay.
$22 points of healing for Brika.
Yay!
She's then going to step over to Dreft, hold her hand out, and wait for him to acknowledge that it's okay.
He'll take the hand, questioningly.
And then cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on Dreft. $16 points for Dreft.
Feeling that warmth through his hand and his body, he will just kind of softly smile and nod. Thank you. So that's very kind. I wish there was ways that I could help turn the damage that I did to you away. But yeah,
It seems Brika figured it out. I took no damage from her fight, and yet she is here.
I don't know. I used. I'll be honest. I said I was sorry. Of course, you didn't hear me, but I used. It's a vampiric touch spell. It allows me to do damage, but I get half of it back as health. It siphons life force.
Strange. I was unaffected. But we're here now, and Madam LaRue
Magic
said,
users, give me an insight check.
That's a 26 for me.
Oh, 18 for me.
I'll make a note of both of those. Thank you.
Grr.
mm-hmm.
I hate that. You know, it's just common courtesy to tell us why we rolled.
Because you were asked to.
And you expected a different answer.
I know.
Anyways, yes, now that that's over with, Madame LaRue said we'd appear in the palace.
Yeah,
And you just start looking around.
I guess. I mean, she looks around the hallway they're in. This kind of looks like a palace, so I guess we just need to find somebody that can take us to my mother.
Perhaps, Your Highness, you simply need to call out, and someone will come and assist you.
She looks at you kind of funny when you say Your Highness, like her eyes get a little squinty for a second, like, and her nose turns up a little bit, and she's like, maybe you're right.
I do not know much about this sort of thing. Mortals still confuse me to an extent.
No, I get that. It's actually all new to me too, so Rika's gonna start walking down the hallway and she'll call out just like she'll call out a hello.
Your voice echoing back, mingling with the sounds of boots on marble as you walk down this hallway. It twists and turns at times. Other times the change of direction is sharp angles. There are tapestries depicting various generic events such as the crowning of the Welland Rose. You will come to a set of double gilded doors.
And that's the only way they can go. It's like either back the way they came or through the doors.
Yep.
She'll kind of look at them. She'll look back over her shoulder at them, kind of shrug a little bit, and start to open the door. And she'll pause for just a second. And due to what happened before, it's probably best you guys stay behind me, maybe? That they see me first.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Sarah could step up behind her, assuming the position of the little bodyguard.
She and Rico will go open the door.
Opening the doors, there is a warm breeze that greets you. You see before you a beautiful garden, various topiaries in silent sentence. A path laid of gold leading to a large tree in the center of the garden.
She'll follow the path to the tree.
What are the rest of you doing?
Follow along behind.
Following Brika.
While they're walking along, she's looking for people to see if she sees anybody else in the garden.
Give me a perception check.
While doing that, she's just going to make the soft comment that it's odd. It's really weird. We haven't run into anybody yet. Wait a minute. Sorry, I forgot. I get advantage on perception because I'm wearing the robe. That is a 19.
You see as you walk down one of the hedge maze corridors a small child in obsidian.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious.
Ah, so it's an obsidian statue again?
Yep.
Do you all see that? She'll point it out.
I
Oh,
thought they had all been freed when we were pulled across by the diviner.
Father.
That is most concerning.
I guess we follow whatever paths that are going to lead back into the palace because we're looking for other people.
Yes, we should also think about finding a way back to our ship. Because we may still have to deal with it. I'm just not sure how.
Well, being what Madame LaRue had to say about that, it, uh, the Queen may actually be the one that has to deal with that.
Hopefully we can find her then. And he'll...
Hello?
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 Who's there?
It is Her Majesty Llewellyn Rose. Who dares address me such?
I spoke with you earlier. It's Brika. You may have
I do not
known...
know a Brika.
You... You all said my name is Kleena?
Silence.
Brika will kind of follow wherever she heard the voice coming from.
The voice was coming from the large tree in the center of the garden.
She'll start looking around the tree.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that's not so great. That's a 9.
It is a tree.
It's a wonderful tree. It's all pretty and doing tree stuff.
Lena? Is
Yeah.
it really you?
That's what I've been told.
Stand back.
She'll take a step back.
Y'all will hear the crackling of energy as what was a concealed door on the tree blows apart into splinter. A beautiful purple-skinned fae with long flowing hair and gossamer wings standing there with silver tears staining porcelain cheeks.
What? What? What happened?
I was locked in. I had to see you. She will rush you.
Brika, will put her hands up. For a second, she's just kind of holding her at bay, and she's just like, um, I remember you, but I don't know you.
There are very few things that will cut as deep as a mother hearing their child confess they do not know them. The silver trickle will become silver rivulets flowing across porcelain skin as she drops to her knees, sobbing, shoulders racking.
Brika's at a loss for words. Like she's got there's like a tear there, but she's You can. It's a mix. She's at a loss for words, but at the same time, like she reaches a hand towards Llewellyn Rose. It's it's been 30 years.
It's
Why
been
did
a lifetime.
didn't anybody come for me?
We had no idea where you were. We could not find you. The most powerful of divining spirits could not find you.
It was it was Drow. And nobody
The
could
sobs
find
will return.
and nobody could find Drow?
We could not find you. We looked. Every day we have looked. Up until this day we have looked.
Well, regardless, there's time for all of that, but we've got so much other things going on. She's gonna look back at them behind her, and she's gonna kind of mouth the words, "I'm sorry," but she doesn't explain it. She just says, "I'm sorry." Um, she's gonna go through the whole thing, telling her that they're the stones of the prophecy, and that they're also looking for power stones, and they came here not only to find her for Brika, but because the tapestry they found, or the picture in the book, I can't remember if it was both or just one of them, showed her holding one of the stones, and she's just going to go through and tell everything, and including about that bitch that's in the hold of the ship that they came in on because she sped up with diviners and oracles, and tell her about the fight that wound up with being in between life and death and having to have Madame LaRue help, and that she had made the promise to put in a good word for Madame LaRue because she did help them get out of being stuck in between. And she's going to end it with, and apparently that bitch in our ship is why everybody else is in Obsidian.
Everyone's in Obsidian. There's so much information for her to take in. It takes her a few minutes. She seems almost shell-shocked. What's everyone else doing while this is going on?
As Mina is standing quietly and respectfully, just kind of taking all this in, it's actually quite interesting to her.
Sarek will be paying attention to what's being said and kind of nodding here and there, but he's obviously scanning the area around him, trying to keep an eye on what's going on outside of what's going on between those two.
Draft will just be paying attention to the conversation, standing there at attention.
She will shake her head several times in disbelief. So that's where she is.
We don't know how she got on the ship. Like I said, when we showed up in Plinth, everybody was dead. We still don't know how that happened because they weren't in Obsidian. They were dead, like mummified, sucked dry, dead. All except for we were able to find the ship and one person on it. We don't know where he is now either. He apparently jumped ship right before we came here.
There is so much to unpack here, so much to get into, so much to delve into.
Yes. How about we prioritize? The first is most of your subjects seem to be in obsidian because of the diviner. And we fought her and put her back in her cursed form. And that's what sent us to the in-between, but we have no way to stop her or keep her from turning everyone else into obsidian. Do you have an idea?
There's only one way to stop her. That's to kill her. I can remove the curse, but then it'll be a fight. Are you all up for a fight?
Not a true.
Yes, but in about, I could use a rest beforehand.
Yeah.
We've been through some trials to get here.
I'm almost tapped completely out, to be quite honest.
Well, she can't enter the palace, so I assume there's no harm in taking a rest.
But then we can sit and let you two catch up and we can discuss what's been going on in the world, the realms.
Very well.
Does anyone have any food? I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah. Got food in the bag still.
Your Majesty, is there anything you wish?
Oh no, I know better than to take accepted food in the land of the Fae.
So that isn't just a myth.
Oh no, it's quite real.
So am I to understand this correctly? Food that we brought with us is safe for us to consume without us being tied to this place, but if we were to eat anything you had offered...
And that's the trick, the key, if you will. It has to be offered.
So when they just had the feast sitting out on the table, that's why that was safe, because it wasn't somebody offering it to us.
Exactly.
Strange.
And yet good to know. Nan will complain much less.
Yes. I guess the overarching thing is we're only 2 steps ahead of Lucius and his queen Vashka. While we may be able to take the diviner, Lucius may be a bit more of a challenge for us at this point. And everywhere he seems to go seems to end in darkness. What do
Well,
you...
take heart in the fact that the stone you seek is not here in the Silver Spire.
Oh. Okay.
Where is the stone?
It is in Runeth Kesha.
Do you know where?
Someplace known as the Great Falls.
Would Dreft know about the Great Falls?
Give me a history check.
Nice turn. Off. History. Boom. 16.
He would know that there is a rumored place known as the Great Falls that is supposedly the birthplace of magic in Runeth Kesha. That it's guarded fervently by elves of the Emerald Forest.
That's in the Emerald Forest? No?
Yes.
Hmm. Round in circles we seem to be going.
Well, at least it's good to go back to Runa's Kesha.
I do have one concern in that.
Hmm.
Lucius is trapped on our plane without his access to plinth or a ship like the one we came on. If we return with it to Runeth Kesha, is there the risk that he could capture it and use it to terrorize other places?
I don't think he's trapped on Ruth Kesha.
How do you
Didn't the
mean?
ship's journals show something going back to him?
Yes, but he himself was not traveling between.
Hmm.
He was trying to use that spell that we accidentally used to reach Plinth.
Why Plinth? Not because there's a ship spell jamming ship there. That would be a happy accident.
I do not know.
Hmm.
Someone give me a history check.
8.
19.
Frank had told you all that Plinth was one of the biggest ports of call. That, that's where a lot of people boarded, departed, cargo and stuff. So more than likely, Lucius was going there to get a spelljammer.
Hmm. Fair enough. But Plinth was destroyed sometime that it took a dwarf's beard to grow this much.
But Lucius, unless he had already been there, would have no way of knowing that the people of Plinth had been wiped out.
Yes. So not necessarily his fault?
Not necessarily. But still, as Clank had mentioned, it is a major port. Lucius sought a ship that would be the ideal place to do so.
True. With that ship, he'd be visiting the Nightmare Realm,
He would be
Silver
able to reach,
Spires.
he would be able to reach all realms.
And he has 2 already.
Give me another history check.
It's been a while
This
since
is fun.
It's been a while. Oh, baby, thank you. 23.
8.
The Amber Rose was the Astral Rose was the only spelljammer ship in port at Plinth. So you bring up a very logical and valid point, man. Could Lucius take the Astral Rose? And what would happen if they did?
We may need to look at trying to find another way back to Runeth Kesha.
Or perhaps we destroy or disable the spells, the spelljammer. I don't know how they work, but I would assume a ship is a ship, so if it suffers enough damage, it's just not viable.
There is that, but what's to stop him from traveling somewhere else and gaining another ship?
That's fair.
We are merely just slowing him down at this point.
Still, it would not be wise for us to be the reason he gained access to such things.
True. We shall endeavor not to have that happen. However, I guess we have other pressing concerns first. To get to said ship, we got to get past the diviner to begin with.
This is true. I simply felt that we have done enough damage where helping Lucius is concerned.
Yeah,
That might not be the right word for it.
we were unaware of the consequences of our good action. We merely saw an old man in need.
This is true. And Nan was too busy with a map. Yes, you were. Don't argue.
So,
Your Highness. My
Your
name is.
Majesty,
Oh,
I'm a queen.
my apologies. I'm still very new to the hierarchy of things. I am one draft Vitakin, and I have one simple question. If we are to take care of this problems that you have, would you be willing to help us travel back to Runaskesha minus the ship?
If what you're telling me is true, I have no choice but to entrust you with the most powerful relic of the Silver Springs, or the Silver Spires. Silver Springs is the city where I grew up, folks. Not slept in 2 days. I will aid in however I can. If you're asking, do I have the ability to get you to Runith Kesha? Yes, I do.
that opens all sorts of possibilities. However, we can discuss some of this further, I think, as we make our plans. But we still need to get to said ship and to said diviner. You said you can
Yes,
cancel
that's
her
first.
curse.
I can break the curse, yes. But it will take a lot out of me and I will not be able to fight. So it will be on you.
Fair enough. You definitely need to rest beforehand.
Indeed. We should gain our strength before we attempt to take such a foe.
Again,
The throne room, she will point to the large tree, is a sanctum sanctorium. The diviner cannot enter. We would be safe to rest there.
it would be an honor and a privilege to take our rest. The court of the Silver Spire.
Once I break the curse, she will be able to enter.
Fair
She
enough.
is powerful. Remember that.
Yes.
And we should go and rest.
As you all move towards the throne room, she will gently take your arm, Brika, as if to hold you back.
Brika will stop. She'll kind of turn towards her.
I know this is a lot, child. But know that we have never given up hope. Every year we celebrate that one day you will return. And with all this is done with the, as you call her, diviner, we will have a feast to celebrate your coming home. Once more, silver tears will stroll down porcelain skin that takes on a purple hue like yours in certain light, and then is as white as driven snow in other light.
Brika nods. Yes, you're right. It's a lot. I I don't mean to be harsh, but the reality is it was 30 years that they kept me in a stone cell. 30 years that I was shackled. Had no idea why. Nobody ever talked to me unless it was to tell me to move, to kick me to move, or to drag me in wherever they wanted me to use. Drag me to wherever they wanted to drag me so they could use whatever form of magic I had at the time that they needed. I I didn't even know what or who I was. Just that they treated me worse than most people treat bugs and rodents. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to be harsh. I know who you are. My heart knows who you are, but it's hard.
She will throw her arms around you, sobbing uncontrollably as you say the words, "My heart knows who you are." For in truth, her heart knows who you are. The prodigal daughter returned, lost in the shadow of drow confinement, now walking once more among the silver spires. She will take a moment to compose herself, her eyes red from the tears, her voice unwilling not to crack. She will gently brush your cheek and then motion for you to step into the throne room.
She sniffles a little bit, kind of gives a little nod, and she'll walk through the doorway.
The throne room is carved on the inside of the large tree. There is a beautiful carpeted runner that leads towards the single throne that sits at the far end. They are a gathering of tables that line the outside of the tree, and then some on an inner circle, each one alight with magical fairy fire, dancing in different shades and colors. There are a host of individuals at these tables, all obsidian. But you can tell beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the Fey court in full glory.
Hmm.
I do not mean to question you, Your Majesty. And she will point at the obsidian people. I thought you said her magic could not reach here.
I said she could not reach here. Did I say magic? I meant her. She cannot physically come here until the curse is broken.
I misunderstood.
And I'll be honest with you, once I heard my daughter was outside, I did not even notice the court had been turned.
Hmm.
So they have not been like this long.
I could not tell you. My only focus was getting to my daughter.
Fair enough. Where's King Amadon?
Wherever King Amadon pleases to be.
Hmm.
Um, I
Right.
I take it he's not my dad, right?
No, your child, your father was slain in the Great War of 1020
Okay.
when the Seelie and Unseelie courts of the Fae clashed. It was a bloody time for our family. It was the brave souls of Angramora and the Dragonborn under King Amadon that helped us prevail in that war.
Wow. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I was just I did yeah, I just didn't see a dragonborn. I mean, she kind of looks down at herself. She holds her hands out a little bit, and when she stretches her arms out because she's been wearing the robe of eyes, it actually exposes her wrists so that you can see the manacle scars on her wrists. She's like, but she's just looking at the skin color. She's like, yeah, because other fairies aren't colored like this, but I still didn't think that.
That is because you're special, child. You are a Luna fairy.
What?
Touched by the moon goddesses. You are of ruling class, and thus you are demarked physically as such. You are the rarest of fairies, coming only once every couple hundred years.
I guess now's not a good time to let you know that I've almost died like a handful of times.
She will clutch her chest and close her eyes, trying not to make an outburst, trying to remain queenly in this throne room.
I mean, everything in Rune of Kesha paints the Luna Fae as fairy tale. Pardon the pun.
And most people in Runeth Kesha think the Silver Spires are a myth.
Touche. At
On
this,
that note,
go ahead. Go ahead.
speaking of the Silver Spires, according to a children's book we found a while ago, you brought the Silver Spires from Runakesha.
That is correct.
That seemed to take a lot of magic.
It took almost all of my magic.
That's why we assumed you had a stone here. Because we were told they're very magical in their nature.
We had it until rumblings began. Tidings of dark forces, a war between Angramora and the Nightmare Realm, and individuals seeking to usurp the world. We met a nice elf by the name of Mordred, him and his wife, very interesting couple. He promised that he could keep it safe, so we figured we would trust this elf, as he was something about him. He was something special.
Fair enough.
Jeff's gonna silently walk around and start giving people their food from his bag.
Mhm.
I need everyone but Dreff to earmuff.
Uh-oh.
This is one of the rare times I'm using passive stats.
Oh, nice. What passive do you
Something
use?
seems off. I'm using passive insight.
Ooh.
Something seems off. Something is not quite right.
Any specificity, or is it just something seems off?
The whole situation, there's something wrong with the whole situation. The way the mother's acting, everything, it's not right.
Okay.
Am I free to bring the others back?
Yeah. Your Majesty,
Yes.
how did you come to be in here? Where what run through your day just a little bit for me?
Well, we were having our daily meeting with the court to listen to the petitions of the people. And I heard silence and then my daughter.
And then what did you do?
I tried to leave and the door wouldn't open, so I blew it open.
Hmm. Something just feels a little weird, and he'll say that out. He'll say that out loud.
This entire
just
trip has been.
feels- Yeah, but something just is bugging me. I don't know what it is, but something just feels weird. It's just off somehow.
Frika's gonna, like, she'll look at him, but she's not gonna say anything out loud. She's gonna use telepathic speech. What's wrong? You can speak back to me.
Something is just. This is telepathic.
Mhm.
Something is just odd. It just feels like something is off. She said that she heard your voice and then busted down the door, but we know that as soon as she heard your voice, that she sent a ship for you.
Yes.
And then we fought the
Mhm.
one person, the diviner, Scangriella's daughter, and then
What?
that was telepathic.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, sorry, this is all telepathic. She did this on purpose so that he could, because where he thinks something is up.
Yeah. And then we became in between things, and now I don't want to accuse your mother of not being your mother, but I have a sneaking feeling that that might be the case.
Some things are not adding up. I don't know. It's odd that she didn't realize that everybody was in Obsidian.
Yeah. Well, telepathically, but with a kind of smirk on his face. Well, you say the word, and I guess I will commit matricide? Regicide? Whatever the word is for killing a queen.
Yeah, maybe we can try some other things first before, because
Of course.
it's hard to say what exactly is going on. She could
Of course.
be spelled.
You say the word, and I will do what you want me to do. I am at your service.
Okay. Brika is gonna look over at the queen and, so what are you gonna do about Madame LaRue?
Well, that is a good question. I will have to thank the good madam for getting you here. I say it now for this time, as the sun is setting, we should rest so that we can be at full strength to face the perils of tomorrow.
Indeed. She will look to the others. The 5 of us should set watches so that we can be sure that Her Majesty is safe.
Yes.
We'll take a turn at watch as well.
Oh, no, Your Majesty. It would not be appropriate. We are here to protect you.
I am capable of protecting myself, and I will take a turn at watch.
Then you can stay up with me, Your Majesty.
So be it.
I do have one other question.
Okay.
When you sent the ship to pick us up, why would you send the lieutenant with us, knowing that he had treated your daughter so rudely?
I wanted him to be aware of the error he had made.
Interesting. My apologies, I'm still trying to understand mortals. My counterpart explains what she can, but I'm often confused by it.
I see.
You see what?
Your dilemma. I am often confounded by mortals as well. I need everyone but Nan to earmuff.
Uh-oh.
I'm using passive stats tonight. I normally don't do this, but I am tonight.
Okay.
Something doesn't ring true. You have a passive insight of 17.
Yeah, this whole thing has seemed a little strange to her. That's why she keeps asking questions. Yeah.
Something doesn't ring true about what she said, about why she sent Lieutenant Simmers.
That I was afraid of. Is she getting the feel like Llewellyn's making stuff up, or that she's just not being truthful?
Roll an insight. Roll an actual insight.
All right. Let's roll this one. I haven't rolled this one tonight. I have +2, so that makes it 18.
How do I? She's definitely making shit up. You can't figure out the cause, but she's definitely making shit up.
Okay, then.
All right. Can I bring people back?
Yeah. I am curious, Your Majesty.
Yes.
Where were you in the palace when you heard Clinna, you called her?
Yes, Clenna.
When you heard her call to you before you sent the ship?
I was in my chambers.
And then where were you?
I went from my chambers to the throne room.
And then court?
Yes, that's where the court is held, in the throne room.
Mm. And then you said the next thing you recalled is hearing Clinna's voice.
Yes.
But you do not recall, and she's going to motion toward the people, seeing this happen.
I do not.
I am sorry, Your Majesty. I know I'm asking a lot of questions. As I said, I'm simply trying to understand.
I think it's best if we all rest now.
Are you sure you yourself were not affected?
Oh,
You
I'm
said
positive.
You said there was silence for a time.
I said everything went silent. That must have been when they were turned to stone. I was so surprised to hear Clinton's voice, I assumed that they were just as surprised.
And with that, when she says that, Break is going to go, bullshit, cast a spell magic.
All right.
3rd level.
3rd level to spell magic. Roll a d20.
Oh my gosh. I'm not even kidding. That's a natural 20.
All
You!
We're going to go ahead and take our second break, and then we'll find out what happens.
Oh,
You bastard!
bastard!
3, if you count the one in chat.
Bastard. There you go.
So
Now you got 4.
we're gonna take our last break, get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and find out what happens when Brika casts the spell magic on Mother Dearest.
Oh, mommy
Don't
dearest.
go anywhere. We'll be back. back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we took our break. Got our beverages and our snickety snacks of choice. So you've cast the spell magic, and you rolled a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Some things are better left unknown. The magic that has guised this creature will fall away. Rippling, the throne room will vanish, and you will find yourself back on the platform with Madame LaRue. She will begin to clap slowly. Very good, child. You faced your darkness, and you came through. Now Madame LaRue can send you home.
This was mushroom spore dreams again.
This was facing your darkness.
Brika's just gonna do like the deepest like and just like call it what you want. It's just another case of mushroom spore dreams.
I don't get the
Why?
reference. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Because you have to face your darkness and destroy the darkness in order to pass through the veil of life and death.
So we all have to do this task again.
No, this was your task. It was a group effort.
Oh,
You all are going towards a common cause, towards a common goal. It may seem like a waste of time, but it was very much needed for me to be able to open the portal.
fair enough.
There is one small drawback, though.
Mhm.
You all are now bound. Good done to you is good done to your partner. Bad done to you is bad done to your partner.
Wow.
Mina's gonna blink. Her eyes going brown. I'm sorry. Could you explain that just a little bit more detail?
Anything that happens to your partner, you will feel.
Oh.
So, like, if we get into a scrape and someone hurts Drift, I'm gonna feel it too.
You will feel it, yes.
What if we were separated over miles?
There is no length that you can go to break this bond.
Hmm.
And is this for the rest of our time? Rest of our
Yes.
days?
Until you cross this threshold by natural means.
Oh, good. So when can we install you as a queen?
But we don't feel everything they feel, right? Just extreme things?
Mm.
You'll learn to block it out.
She means everything,
You'll-
Nan. Like everything, everything.
So, like,
You'll
if
feel Dref's just insanely smirkness. You'll feel it. You'll feel how smug he is with this.
wait, so if I'm with a romantic partner,
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna know?
And Brika
Yes.
just goes, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Well, this just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? Shit just keeps getting more and more wonderful.
Yep.
You can tell she's just aggravated.
Oh yeah.
Man, I have a question for you.
Yes, Eric.
Are you ticklish? And then he looks at Dref.
I have a question for you, Derek. Are you fireproof?
You like Brika.
I do like Brika.
Anyway, shall we get on with this?
When you mention tickling, you will feel Dref's fear suddenly. He doesn't show it on his face, but you'll feel it, obviously.
Wait, is he going to be... It's only physical sensations, right? He's not going to feel every time I get annoyed, is he?
Everything.
Well, he's going to get tired of that
Trust me.
awfully quick.
Trust me, I've already learned how to block that out. It's pressure right here on the top of my head.
Hmm.
There is one more thing you should know. The courtroom of the Fey court, the throne room, is in upheaval. The diviner has escaped and has turned everyone into obsidian.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
So that part of your dream was not untrue.
Any insight into what we do about her?
Kill her.
But how? Like, any advice?
Take her head off.
Oh,
Gonna
that,
look at Zarek.
Hmm.
that should
We can
be-
do that, but with the curse that seems to protect her, it just seems to put her back form into statue form again.
Not if you take her head.
Ooh, fair enough.
Most importantly, can you tell us if you know if there's anywhere we can rest? Because this Fae is about completely tapped out.
Allow me to give you a parting gift. And she will blow. And you will feel refreshed as if you've taken a long rest. You may avail yourself of a long rest.
Thank you.
Everybody?
We shall endeavor to sing your praises to the well rose in the court.
And with that, she will clap. And Roscoe will step forward. You all ready to travel?
Yeah.
Do we have to go
Yeah.
across the weird doll lake again?
Oh, we got to go through the Sea of Souls, child.
Oh, joy.
Ah, very well.
I'm sorry. The sea of what?
Of souls.
Mm-hmm.
It's where souls reside until they decide to be born.
Is that gonna be worse than the lake?
Well, that depends if they take a shine to you.
What? I'm sorry.
Just
Excuse
don't
me?
look in the water.
I already have one spirit I share everything with. I really don't
got
need
two.
any more.
Just don't look in the water.
Well, I have no intention to.
Roscoe will keep you safe, don't you doubt.
Good
He
looking
will.
draft. And you, no heroics either. I don't want to feel that.
He feels shocked. And is like just giving you the, what, me?
He will put on his top hat, and as he did before, will unzip the fabric of time and space. You will find yourself once more on the longboat. The device churning in the waters as you cross the Sea of Souls. A golden arch in the distance with a beautiful bright light illuminating the arch. On the other side, you see the Sealy Court, the Fae in all their majesty in obsidian. And standing there in hellish delight, long blonde hair, pale eyes and porcelain skin, the diviner, crooks a finger beckoning you. Welcome to my web, said the spider to the flies.
That bitch.
As you near the arch, Roscoe will place a hand on your shoulder, Nan. You will be chilled to the very core. I told you old Roscoe would see you safely through. Don't worry, it's not your time yet, but I'll be seeing you soon.
I don't like the sound of that. No, no.
Docking in the small dock. Roscoe will motion for you all to depart the ship.
So when he puts his hand on Nan and she feels that deep chill, does Dreft feel that as well?
Yes.
Of shivers when you feel that cold.
Shall we? We have a head to take, and I look forward to taking it.
Yep. We need to stop this bitch.
And he will depart, drawing Airbane's patience and stalking for it as he goes.
All right. Is everybody else following?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead as you step from the world of nightmares into the realm of the fairy court. Roll initiative and join me once more now by rodeo.
Look at this gorgeous map.
Yep, this map was made by Kauai Tornado. I told them I needed something that was fairy as fuck, and this is what they brought. So good job, Kauai.
Yeah,
Yes.
that looks pretty good.
It's a very pretty map. Bear with me, I'm going to zoom it in a little bit so everybody can see the stuff on stream better. I just zoomed it out so everybody could see the beauty of this here map.
All right, Brika,
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Where did
you should be.
I got distracted doing map stuff. That's an 18.
Drift,
22.
Sarek,
9.
and Nan.
13.
I'm going to use my big die. Oh, how lovely.
Sounds like a low number to me.
All right, Drift, you're up first.
Draft is going to use his object interaction. Is going to pull his heavy crossbow, and is going to move. Gosh, come on, thank you. It's going to move behind. Looks like a table. Taking aim. Taking a knee and with cover. Is going to take a shot at the diviner, and since they have not activated this turn, I can assassinate them, which is
Okay.
I get advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah, right quick. Our boxes are not where they're supposed to be.
Hold on a sec. Oh, I don't even know how that happened. Give me a second. Everybody was right earlier.
We're going to take just a minute to fix our boxes, then we will proceed.
Oh, you can keep
You'll
going.
You'll see us magically moving around, disembodied, going woo.
Ooh, I get to be the DM.
Nope.
Oh,
We all win.
Nope. That's not happening.
But Raph just said we won. I like that. Raph said we won.
Yes, and what did you win?
Yeah. It is Raph, so don't think he's any better. All right.
Oh.
And ta-da! Haha.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack, Drift.
Is a 24 going to hit?
A 24 will hit.
Hell yeah. That'll be for 11 piercing damage, and then a total of 18 sneak attack.
So 29 total. Nice. Yeah, Rudolph Novo, Locke's not with us tonight. He's off doing other things, work things, Sometimes real life happens. But we're glad you joined, and we're glad that the rest of us are part of the 6 reasons that you joined.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action. With my new feat that I got, I can bonus action apply some poison to a piece of ammunition.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
All right.
So
Is
he
that
takes,
your turn?
yeah, he'll take out one, he'll uncork one of the vials, and then he will apply it to 3 pieces of ammunition.
All right, Brika, you're up.
Okay. First things first, let me see. I want to go. Yeah, that'll be fine. She's going to use her movement and move over here to the left, in between the back table and the middle table, so that she's got a clear shot. And then we are going to. Sorry, guys. I got all kinds. I'm all kinds turned around trying to get stuff straight with boxes and whatnot, and now I lost my attack train
Well,
of
while
thought.
you're doing that, I will say this: the scale is right. You all are huge inside this throne room.
Okay.
Everything is small. It's in a tree. It's fairies in a tree.
Okay. All right, and we're gonna use firebolt.
Okay.
And so will 25 hit?
25 will hit.
Okay. Da, 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 da. And that's going to be 18 points of fire damage.
The fire engulfing around them for just a moment, a scream of pain and horror, as that will bring up Nan.
Nan is going to let Esmina take control. Her eyes going white once more. Going to move the 10 feet to her right to duck, not to duck, but to get by one of the tables where she can duck if she needs to. Basically putting herself not directly behind Dreft, but in the same area, and then gonna cast Blight.
Before you
On the
cast,
divine.
I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
What does Drift feel when Esmina takes over?
It is a strange sensation for just a moment. Almost fuzzy feeling. It might be disorienting at first, but it only lasts for a second, and then it's gone.
All right. You're casting Blight. Is there a saving throw with that, or is it an attack roll?
She needs to make a con save of 15.
That will fail.
All right, so it's full damage. Oh, shoot, I don't have enough d8s out. I'm going to have to roll twice. Okay.
Things the DM does not want to hear.
Wahahaha. It's going to be faster if I use a calculator.
While you're doing that, I do want to just say thank you guys so much for being here. And remember that we do have cast guidance on Fridays, DMs talking DM shit. And you can send us an email to questions@willofthedice.com for any topics you want us to discuss. And if you
Harris,
are
all done.
artistically
Sorry.
inclined and would like to send some fan art, you can send that in to fanart@willofthedice.com.
All right, here, the diviner is going to take 42 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit.
We ain't messing around.
I like Blight.
Oof.
Is that your turn?
That is her turn.
All right, that'll bring up Sarek.
Sarek beat somebody? Wow. Right. Shrugging his shoulders, setting his stance, he charges forward with Airbane's patience. Fighting spirit activated. He's going to take 2 swings, regular swings, at the diviner.
Okay. That's either really good or really bad, which is
Oh, that's a nat 20, baby.
nat 20. Okay, so max damage, max die, and then roll a die and add to it, and then add your modifier.
41 points of slashing damage.
Jiminy crickets.
Mm-hmm. Oh, correction. Sorry. That's a little much. Had to rethink that. Wrong modifier.
Okay, how much was it?
29 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I added my hit bonus too. I'm like, oh, wait a second. That is a little much. I got excited. I got to hit something. So only 29 points of slashing
I
damage.
was like, God damn it, no, this combat has to last.
Well, that's second swings for you. 30.
30 hits.
There you are. 17 points of slashing damage.
17.
Mm-hmm. And that will be his turn.
All right. I need you, Sarek, since you are up in their grill, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's only a 16.
That is not enough.
Oh, damn.
Wait, twist the skeins.
Oh,
So I get to roll a d6 and add it to his fail.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 5, so he has a 21.
Well, you'll take half damage. So that'll be 18 points of slashing damage. Rika, you will take 4 points of damage.
ooh.
Not slashing damage, I'm sorry, necrotic damage. I haven't slept in 2 days, guys. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
And that will bring us back to Draft Vitican.
Dreff Vatican is going to bonus action steady aim, so he has advantage on the attack. As long as he doesn't move. And he's going to take another shot with his heavy crossbow. That is an 18.
18 misses.
Damn.
As the bolt flies from the crossbow, the woman waves her hand, and a gust of air carries it far to the right. I can talk. I know words.
Damn.
That'll bring up Brika.
Okay. First things first. I'm sorry. No. Okay. We are going to do... We want this woman, like, done with, so it's going to be a level 4 witch bolt.
Okay.
Counterspell. Seriously?
Yes. I have to roll to see if they get it, but they are trying to counterspell. They do not get it.
Okay.
At least it wasn't a heal.
Yeah. Does a 22 hit?
22 hits.
Okay. That is... Sorry, I only have 2 d12, so it's 13... 22 points of lightning damage.
the witch bolt blasting into the diviner, sending them back as they tried to counterspell but was unsuccessful. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Nan.
Esmina is going to speak in Druidic and attempt to cast a Scorching Ray.
Okay.
It's 19 on the die plus 7. That's 26.
That'll hit.
Yay! How much damage is that? Made the mistake of navigating away from my sheet. Sorry, everyone. That's 10 points of fire damage. And again, I'm elemental adept in fire, so if she has any resistance, it is negated.
How many points was that again?
10.
Well, fuck me. That's how many hit points she had left. They will scream, "No!" Their hands throwing up as they're trying to conjure their energy as you see the obsidian running up them to encase them once more.
Sarah, quickly. Sorry.
Sarah's going to
All
try
right.
and behead.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to have you roll a percentile. We're going to call this 50-50. 50 to 50 or above, and you take the bitch's head.
Come on, Ambassador Dice. It's an 89, do it.
89. As the obsidian gets to the collarbones, the clavicle, the eyes go wide. Zoom. The head falls. To-doom, 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 to-doom. The obsidian shatters over the body. The body falls. A pool of blood.
Do we get
You
the
hear
box?
gasps, groans, as the people are brought from the obsidian state that they were in. Suddenly, leaping forward, guards with spears pointed at you, trying to decipher what's going on in this moment. As Dreft dances,
Brika is gonna like basically walk quickly, not run, because doesn't want them to do anything stupid, and be like, no, it's okay. To try to get the guards to look at her.
make a perception or persuasion check.
I'm good at these. That's a 16.
They will pause for a moment, looking at Brika as requested, when a powerful voice from behind them: "Kneel to your princess, fools. The prodigal daughter has returned." The guards kneel instantly. When they do, you see Llewellyn Rose. Beautiful purple skin like your own. The bioluminescent gossamer wings. The soft, faint smell of cookies dancing in the air. And blue tears pouring. And this is where we're going to pause our tale for the evening. I hope that you all have enjoyed. I don't want to continue any further without Locke. And everybody should be here next week, hopefully. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. We do this for you. Hang out for a few minutes. We might be doing a raid. And would love for you guys to go along with us. You don't have to stay once you raid. Just show some love to some other channels, you know. We're all fighting the same fight, trying to get people to see our stuff. With that being said, let's go ahead and remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get the hell up out of here.
Greetings, gamers. I have been Raph the Man. I have been the voice of Sarek the Beheader. And you can find me at BLK Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, the voices of Nan and Esmina. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Draft Vitakin, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, yes, this is Ames. I was the voice of Brika or Clina, and you can find me over on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Guys, just remember that though times get tough and times get dark, you're not alone. Remember, love and inclusion, these are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night for Bloodlines. Woo!